I started CENTEGIX after the shooting on February 14th, 2018. The feeling was angry. When you look at it, how could we not have something in school districts at that time that can get help quicker? And as superintendent said, we're spending thousands and thousands of dollars to keep people out of the building, but they keep getting in. And so working with those superintendents and saying, if we can start from scratch, what would be the perfect solution if we could build it? Superintendents helped us create what CENTEGIX is today.
In a moment of need or a moment of crisis, a lot of people are unprepared, and in some situations they're not trained. So if we just make it really easy for them to call for help, and the simplest form of that would be, I'm going to click a button on a wearable that's on my person.
The wearable panic button is so important to help to get help on the scene faster. And that is the collaborative relationship that I have with CENTEGIX. I know this might sound like, I don't know if it sounds silly or weird or anything, but I feel like that if I can just save one kid from dying in a school shooting, that I know it won't bring Alyssa back. And as her mother, I'm trying to fix this. This is one step forward, I guess, in my healing process, but also I want Alyssa to be known. I want to keep her memory alive. I know she's not here, but I just believe that this panic button, I know it's saving lives. It has saved lives in the Appalachia shooting. It saved 9 people's lives that day. They were shot multiple times, but because that panic button was pressed, EMS got there faster and triaged them. That is why I keep focusing on trying to get this safety solution in every school across our country.
I think it's really important that we honor those that we lost and those who continue to sacrifice to protect our children each and every day. And I also think it's important that we share our story so others can learn from it. We lost 4 people that day. Several others were injured, shot in that moment. That event was, right around 40 seconds long.
Seconds can either be an asset or an adversary, and so we try to minimize the amount of time it takes for help to come in those situations.
Monroe County, 40 seconds from the first gunfire to arresting the person. That's as quick as you can get.
First responders were able to mobilize at the same time as law enforcement and did so. So what we were told after the event was that no one who left our campus that day that could have been saved died. So everyone that could be saved was saved that day, and that's something that we're really proud of.
What we learned is that process in that day would have taken approximately 4 minutes of time. That's how long it took for the ordinary calls to come in and for people to get information to dispatch.
Had a chance to talk with some of the staff at CENTEGIX about that, and what's hard for us as we talk to our colleagues is somebody that's lived in a school essentially my whole life. It's really hard to imagine doing much better than 40 seconds.
What gets the headlines are the most severe of circumstances, active shooters, weather events, whatever it might be. But believe it or not, on a day in and day out basis, a lot of the incidents are very normal. Could be a heart attack, could be somebody in the cafeteria having an issue with choking on some food.
There are so many stories that we hear. One that comes to mind, a teacher collapsed from a what's called a widowmaker heart attack in the middle of her class and died. And the students obviously panicked and didn't know what to do, and grabbed the teacher next door, who looked in, started clicking her wearable 3 times. And within 40 seconds, here comes an assistant principal and a nurse that brought her back to life in that classroom. And then she ultimately makes her way to the emergency room, and they perform surgery, and she makes a full recovery. And it's you think like, okay, that's an amazing story. She's a mother of 4 of her own children. And the surgeon said, well, it's great that you actually had this heart attack at work, because they actually have the equipment that's needed. But you can also thank the school district for purchasing CENTEGIX, because if you didn't have that AED on your person within 3 minutes, you wouldn't be here.
People think you built CENTEGIX to get help there quicker, and that is important. But the number one thing is to get in your protocols. And when you get in your protocols, you save lives.
I actually trained the elementary school that's 10 minutes from my house. It is personal. Yeah, I'll get emotional. Yeah, my friends' kids go there, and I want them to be safe, and I was adamant about being the person to help train them. This should be a standard in every single building. Just like an alarm system for fires, this should be a standard in corporate organizations, in healthcare, government. Anywhere you are, you should have the right to feel safe.